Finding my first deal. People always ask, how did you find your first deal? How should I go find my first deal? Where should I go look at? Should I go online? Should I go to Zillow? Should I go to Realtor? Where should I go? You got to start in your local area. So wherever you live at, just search the blocks surrounding that area. You know that area pretty well. So start to reach out in those areas. So in the morning, if you're driving to work, drive around a couple of blocks and see if you find any properties. And make a map, print out a map on Google and just mark what areas you went by. And if you find any distressed properties that looked abandoned, get like a tablet or something, a yellow legal pad with a red pen, and just write your name and number and say, hey, look, I'm interested in buying your house. Can you please call me back? And leave a date and then just leave a time or whatever. Put it on their door, put it on the mailbox, put it somewhere where they're gonna see it. The reason why I say put a yellow is because it's gonna stand out. And put a as soon as you put the letter on the door, mark something in your notes, mark something on your map. And all you do is you're gonna start to map where you live at going out and start to go further and further and further out. And what's gonna happen is you might be 2 months into looking at properties, you're gonna get a call from someone that got your note several months back and says, hey, you know what? I'm looking to sell my property. Can we talk? Okay. By then, you should have your network of investor friends that you talk to and say, you contact them. Say, hey, I got a property that this lady wants to sell. Can we try to get the deal together? And so, one thing that I want to share with you, this is a side note. You're not just gonna work with any investor. So let's say you meet 20 investors. Okay, it's gonna be your gut feeling of who you want to do business with. You might want to go out to lunch with them. You might want to see what their family is about. See what kind of character they are. And the reason why I'm telling you to do this is because you want to build a trust relationship off a handshake. You don't want to have to go through this whole legal process just to negotiate a deal together. You want to build a relationship. And you know what? You might have to go through several investors because there's a lot of shady investors out there that you might give them a deal and they might promise you to give you $5,000 or whatever, and they might not give you that money. Well, I tell you what, don't give up, keep moving forward and just keep finding deals. As you're finding these deals, work on saving money yourself. By you being proactive, you're gonna start to see the fruits of your labor. You're gonna start to see what's called the compound effect. You're driving around, knocking on doors, meeting people, finding abandoned houses, going to the neighbor and saying, hey, do you know who owns this house? Getting in contact with those people. You're gonna start to come across properties and it's gonna get you excited. And because you're gonna get so excited, it's gonna force you to start to save money. It's gonna force you to figure out ways to make more money so that you can save money. It's gonna force you to figure out, okay, you know what can I sell of mine that I don't use? How can I cut back on my expenses? Because the faster I can save money, the faster I'm gonna be able to buy one of these properties.